Welcome to our second CyberSmart brief session, Authenticator apps and how to use them. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Joe Jurgens. I'm one of the account managers here at Aberdeen. Joining me from the Aberdeen team is Jim Blair, Kyle Harris, and TJ Horner. Jim is here to observe, and Kyle and TJ will be moderating the Q&A session after our presentation. What is CyberSmart Briefs? It's a monthly end-user security education that we present on the third Tuesday of every month from noon to 12:20. It's roughly about 5 minutes of content, and there's about 10 to 15 minutes of time for questions that you guys have for us. We actually take the primary content and put it into our YouTube, into a playlist so you can find it easily. Our YouTube is Aberdeen Consulting. If you guys have any feedback or input for us for other security topics to cover, please drop that information in the chat or the Q&A section. We do want to provide future training around topics that you guys want to hear about. And again, the goal of these sessions is to help you become more secure online. So today we're talking about sort of multi-factor authentication apps and the evolution of the need for security. So in the early days, in the 1990s, there were predictable account names, short and easily guessable passwords, and usually people are keeping passwords just on a sticky note on their desk somewhere. And through increased number of breaches, people started to push nationally for MFA. The early adoption of it was very slow. Through the 2000s, 2010s, the size, scope, and impact of breaches grew. Things began to change in 2017 with the Equifax breach. In the wake of this and a couple of other high-profile breaches, service providers such as Microsoft or Google started to mandate MFA on consumer accounts. Capitalizing on missing or faulty MFA solutions, bad actors launched more and more phishing email attacks, which remain the largest threat to this day. The surge actually exposed the weakness in some MFA methods, leading to removal of options like SMS and phone calls that can be easily spoofed. As where we are today is MFA is still continually evolving, using secure industry standards like SMAL or SAML and OAuth. There's become a development of all sorts of different phish-resistant MFA tools, such as apps, hardware, software tokens, and biometrics. So here's kind of a breakdown of the chart of sort of password strength lists. Obviously, bad is just having a basic password that's easily guessable, whether it's QWERTY, password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of those are kind of considered bad. From there, good but not great is having some sort of MFA, whether it's a phone call or a text. Better is having an authenticator app or software tokens. Authenticator apps such as Microsoft Authenticator, where you have the 6 digits that you can go type in. And then even better is using secure authenticator apps such as Microsoft's number matching through their MFA, or even using security keys through FIDO2. Since we're talking about MFA apps, talking about authenticator apps, we do want to talk more about Microsoft Authenticator. It integrates with your Microsoft account for phish-resistant MFA called number matching. That's where you get 2 digits on your phone and you type it in, or you get 2 digits on the device requesting access to your account, and then you type that into your phone. It provides a lot more information to see where the login is actually coming from. It also generates random 6-digit codes that refresh every 30 seconds for other accounts that you have connected in. It works with 2,500 different web services, synchronizes all of those codes across all the devices that you have your Microsoft Authenticator app and are logged into. And it's a free service. It's just something you can go to the Google Play Store or the App Store on iPhone and just go and download it. So we wanted to talk a little bit more about sort of how to set up MFA on different websites, and every website's a little bit different. These are just 3 examples that we thought to go through. So the first one is adding Authenticator on Facebook. So you would actually go to the link in this slide. It's accounts.facebook.com/password_and_security. From there, you would click two-factor authentication and then click authentication app and click next. And it'll actually provide you a QR code that you can scan with your Authenticator app. The next one we want to talk about is Twitter. Again, you would go to twitter.com/settings/security and account access. From there, you would click two-factor authentication and then click authentication app, and it'll walk you through how to set that up, again, using a QR code. LinkedIn actually is a little bit different. So you can click to your profile in the top right corner and click settings. And then from there, you would click sign in and security, two-step verification, and then you would choose Authenticator app from the drop-down menu, then click continue. However, this one does not provide you with a QR code. Instead, it provides you a security key, which is something that you can type into your app and add, and it works the same way as the QR code. Going a little bit more into organizing and backing up Authenticator once you have more accounts in here. Some people like their accounts laid out in different ways, whether it's alphabetical or how often you use that account, you may want it in a different spot. So if you want to move that, you would open the Authenticator app, click the 3 lines in the top left, then click to rearrange the accounts. Drag the accounts to reorder however order you see that's fit. And then to back up, you would again click the 3 lines with the burger in the top left corner, click settings, and then check iCloud backup. This actually will back up all of the accounts you have into your iCloud, so when you get a new phone, all of the accounts are there already. If this is on an iPhone, Android functionality is a little bit different, and to back up your codes, you actually need to have a personal Microsoft account linked to your Authenticator app on your Android. So now it's time for the Q&A. We do want to bring up one more thing before we jump into the Q&A, and that's this wonderful website called Have I Been Pwned. You just go to haveibeenpwned.com. It's HAVEIBENPWNED.com. From there, you can check your password security. We don't recommend typing current passwords in there, but you can see old passwords that you no longer use. You can go through and use that to check to see when that password was compromised, just to kind of see how secure it was when you were actually using it. The other thing you can do is put in your email address, such as shown on this screenshot here. You can check what sort of accounts have been compromised that are based in that email address. So again, that's just a really helpful tool for you to check out. But now I'm going to hand it off to Kyle and TJ for our Q&A.